It is the Quantum CBD H2O Rumble at Remington, brought to you by Sailor Jerry. We are at Remington Park in Oklahoma City. I'm Andrew Spino, joined ringside by the champ, Darren Humphreys. Darren, we're going to begin here with an amateur MMA bout. Local kid, Abraham Benjamin from Edmond, against Warren Williams from Broken Arrow. These are two Oklahoma towns known for their wrestling game. Tell us what we can expect in this fight, Darren.
Well, I think both of these guys, like you mentioned, coming from the wrestling areas of the state, I'm sure they're going to be well prepared. There's several trainers up in the Tulsa area where Williams is from that I'm sure he's training with, along with the Jones camp of them, I'm sure. Benjamin here locally, there's several gyms in the Oklahoma City area that Abraham's probably
more than we
training
can count. The most famous one might be R1 or possibly USA Stars down in Moore. Two great MMA gyms in the Oklahoma City metro area. This is an amateur bout. Abraham Benjamin in the red corner, Warren Williams in the blue. We're going to send it up for announcements to Gerald Whalen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues here at Remington Park. This bout proudly brought to you by Monkey Shoulder. This is an amateur MMA bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at an official 160 pounds. From Vernon, Texas, please welcome Warren Williams. And his opponent across the ring out of the red corner. He weighed in at an official 165 pounds from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, Abraham Benjamin.
Darren, initial impressions, you can't help but notice these guys are almost built identically. It'll be interesting to see how their styles contrast.
Yeah, they both definitely look in shape.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight.
A little different for these guys, fighting an MMA fight in the ropes and not the cage. That's because we have boxing on the card coming up later. And here we go with
Williams coming out strong.
Abraham taking a few shots there, and Williams throwing some heat. They're tying up in the red corner.
Yeah, and both, as you can see here, Williams is trying to get up under Benjamin.
Oh, nice takedown.
Well, Benjamin certainly reversed that.
And Benjamin showing that wrestling is his foundation. He's already gotten the pin. Let's see if he can finish him up from top mount or side mount. Trying to get top, and he's making a move. Williams working hard on the bottom. Hard to tell what he's trying to execute.
Well, I think at this point he's just trying to keep Benjamin from getting the full mount on him. So
he's trying for an escape. Both fighters make their way back up to their feet, but I think
great effort there by Williams to get back to his feet.
Yeah, very good. Showed
and he comes in with a good jab and right hand, but gets taken down.
Yeah, nice double leg by Warren Williams. You can tell one of these guys is a wrestler, one's a striker. And when Williams is on his feet, he does great. When Benjamin's on the ground, he does great. That's
yes. And Benjamin's done a good job of getting him to the ground. That's where his strength obviously is. Oh, and he's got that head choke, that front head choke here.
It looks like he's trying to push it into a guillotine, but doesn't.
Nice knees there too.
Yeah. Oh, and a good right hand. Now both fighters back in stand-up in the center of the ring.
Benjamin comes with a takedown.
Another takedown by Benjamin. The wrestling paying big dividends. And, I think a lot of people who don't know much about MMA.
Nice reverse there by Williams. Great reverse there. I think Benjamin was just starting to get a little bit too high there. He was trying to get the full mount.
And probably getting a little too comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, Williams.
Great strikes there by Williams on top. Just a little ground and pound.
Williams is a strong striker, but he's no stranger to the ground, and you can't just take it for granted that you're going to beat him on the wrestling.
Yeah, and it's funny, we talked about at the beginning of this fight how both of these guys physically look just alike, but they've obviously got two different fighting styles.
Very different styles. Looks like
Williams has done a good job, kind of getting back in this fight as far as the ground game goes and controlling the fight here.
and a very tough round to score. That's the end of round one. Round two coming up.
Fight.
Here we go, round two of this amateur MMA bout. Abraham Benjamin fighting out of the red corner. Warren Williams in the blue. Darren Humphrey joining us ringside. How did you score?
Well, it's a good thing that's not my job to score. Oh, and it doesn't matter what we scored, and it looks like Benjamin here is working for the knockout.
Scorecards might not matter. But
wow. What a flurry by Benjamin to come out. He was the initial grappler.
Well, yeah, I mean, what a reversal of fortune. He comes out striking and landing just about everything he throws. His punch is a little wild, a little sloppy, but they're landing flush. And now he goes for the takedown. And Williams has got to be stunned just a little bit from that exchange. It's funny how much the styles seem to have reversed here.
Yeah,
Williams was great on the ground at the end of round one. Benjamin starting round two, very strong on his feet. How did you score round one?
Well, like I was saying, it's a good thing I'm not the one that's really supposed to score those because that was a close round. I'm not sure how you could really score it either way to me. If it was up to me, that first round would have been a draw.
Yeah, I would have scored it the same way, 10-10. And this
nice
round,
hammer fist there by Benjamin.
This round is being dominated by Abraham Benjamin, amateur MMA fighter out of Edmond, Oklahoma, taking on Warren Williams from Broken Arrow. Warren Williams gives him back mount and the rear naked choke. He's trying. I can't quite see if he does not have it.
It's kind of hard to see from this angle, but there looks like Williams got a reverse there.
Now he's reversed. Now he's in top mount, and he did that really by maintaining hand control when he when Benjamin was trying to get him with that rear naked, which of course is a great wrestling move. And the more these guys fight, the more it's clear they both have a solid foundation in both wrestling and boxing.
Oh, nice move there by Benjamin. I'm impressed, really.
I have never seen that move in an MMA fight before. What do you call that, the shoestring?
Well, I think Williams knew it was in his best interest to get off the ground, and I think Benjamin took advantage of it there and controlled his ankles. And
it was like a double ankle pick, I guess.
Almost like an ankle pick, right.
Yeah. This fight really has been back and forth. Three-minute rounds. Tough for any fighter. These guys are amateurs. Have their sights set on a pro career someday. Both of them showing a lot of heart and a lot of grit.
Watch your elbows now.
And skill. I've seen several pros who I'd match these guys up against.
Yeah, and it's funny. The first round was this round was just like the first round. I felt like one fighter comes out and sets the grappling, and the other one comes out and does the striking, and then they switch it there at the end of the round.
Very interesting dynamic. We have round three coming up. Here we go, round three of this amateur MMA fight. Abraham Benjamin from Edmond, Oklahoma versus Warren Williams. Williams out of the blue corner, Benjamin out of the red. I gave round number two overwhelmingly to Abraham Benjamin.
For sure, yeah.
Both these guys, though, showing a lot of skill, a lot of toughness.
Yeah, and I think you could see when Benjamin took Williams down by the ankles, like we were talking about earlier with that ankle pick, I think it was obvious that he does have some wrestling background, like you mentioned earlier.
This is appearing to be one of those contests where the will win the fight. Whoever wants it more is going to take it. And at this point, it appears to be Abraham Benjamin. He's just been outworking Warren Williams.
Right, and he's landed the heavier strikes, and he's also taken Williams down several times.
Right, and he's been in control of the geography of the fight so far.
True.
He's initiating the takedowns, initiating even the exchanges when they're standing up, at least he did in round two. And he has been in control with either top, back, or side mount throughout this round three.
Yeah. Williams has had a couple of escapes, getting off the ground to get back up, bring the fight back to their feet, but nothing substantial. I agree with you. I think Benjamin overwhelmingly won that second round, and to me, it looks like he's in control. Nice spinning back fist there.
That was a slick little move. Williams.
Great kick
nice
by Benjamin there.
That was such a good punch. Williams
with a good right
gives
hand there by
props
Williams.
to Benjamin in the middle of the ring. Abraham Benjamin really has run away with this fight, has been in control, and I wonder after round 2 whether Warren Williams is that eager to stand up with him, because he must have taken 5 or 6 shots for every one that he glanced off of Abraham Benjamin.
Yes, and Benjamin certainly turned the tide as far as the striking goes in that second round. Initially, I thought Williams probably had the better hands, but I think it's obvious now that Benjamin does.
Do you think Williams is in survival mode at this point?
Yes, I would agree with that for sure. He's throwing a nice hard 1-2, and Benjamin's just going right under it and taking him down at will.
Abraham Benjamin.
He almost has the Benjamin almost had the full mount there, taking Williams back to the mat here.
Not quite. These guys are two good wrestlers.
Yeah, with Benjamin being the better of that, I think. Nice takedown there.
Gordon Williams, I imagine, is just feeling smothered. As we come to the end of round 3, the end of this amateur MMA bout, we go to the scorecards after this. Welcome back to the Quantum CBD H2O Rumble at Remington. We are going to go to the judges' scorecards for this amateur MMA bout. Here is Gerald Whalen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes to the scorecards. Judge Gary Ritter scores the bout 30-26. Judge Sarah Atwood and Tim Talchi both score the bout 30-27. For your winner by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Abraham Benjamin.
A fantastic amateur win for Abraham Benjamin. We have many more fights, including the main event, Carson Jones versus Abel Perry. Stay with us.